All right, here's the floodlight moving up. That is on high, on flood. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It lights up the night. This is just amazing. It is a little hazy here. Let's just flip the switch, go to a spotlight. Now the haze is significant, but we're shining a 40 away, zero issue. Obviously these trees are pretty close. Shine down here. Look at that. It's hard to see through the camera with the little bit of fog that we have here or humidity in the air. It just got done snowing. But take a look at that. It just is a crazy, crazy light. Well above and beyond just about anything else we've seen. And the ability to go back and forth between a nice floodlight. And then we can also hold this, go to red, green, blue, back to light. Works the same on the spot. You just push and hold. Goes through the colors. And on red, you can bring it down to low, bring it back up. Not as much adjustability on red and green and blue, but still quite a bit. Absolutely amazing. All that light's coming out of this OLIGHT Marauder Mini. What we have to do is tap that button to turn it on. There are some blue lights here. They're probably hard to see inside, but those tell you how much battery you have on the right and how bright it is on the left. When you get to the top, it will vibrate. You can hear it and feel it in the light. As you go down, get to the bottom, it will also vibrate. There's a little area here you can put a tether, and then you have the switch to go from flood to spot. And then if we push and hold this button, it will scroll through the red, green, and blue and back to the spot. Now the red, green, and blue are not spotlights, no matter what setting you have them in. But this thing is actually very cool. Push again just to turn this thing off. The battery in this is massive. It is a 6.5 amp hour, 32650, obviously OLIGHT proprietary battery, very large. On the back, you do have the standard MCC charging cable. So if you have other OLIGHTs, you can use that right here. Front of this light looks pretty awesome. You can see the front where we have our throwing light. Outside on the area around, we have the spotlights and the red, green, and blue. Pretty nice the way OLIGHT put this all together. Rubber overmold on the bottom. You can feel exactly where everything is up top. It's just a great light. Let's go over some of the runtime and specifications on this, and let's start at the top in the floodlight. There are 7 levels, and on level 7 you are getting 7,000 lumens, but only for 2 minutes, and then it drops down to 1,600 lumens for 160 minutes. That's good, but level 6 is a little bit more of a sweet spot where you get 3,200 lumens for 10 minutes, and that's a great search light. I mean, it is lighting up a ton. If you drop down to the spotlight level 7, they're saying 900 lumens. Obviously, they should have listed this in Candella, but you're getting that for 10 minutes because you're getting a 600 meter throw for 10 minutes. That's pretty dang good. Level 6, you're getting a 500 meter throw for 40 minutes, and then it drops down. And then the red, green, and blue lights last for a very long time, although they do drop down very, very slightly as they go through, but you have great run times on those. Pending what you're doing, it is really nice to have the ability to switch from the floodlight to the spotlight or the spotlight to the floodlight, because you can use it for different applications while carrying the same light. And this Marauder Mini is not a very large light. It's a little bit larger than somebody would want to everyday carry, but if you're out in an area where you need more of the intense flood or an intense spot, this is not too big of a flashlight to carry, in my opinion, because I'd rather carry this one than carry 2 or 3 to get the job done. So while I'm walking around with this guy, I can see a long ways out there, and especially while I'm walking down trails or anything, I do not have to have this thing on high, and I can light up the whole woods around me. It is absolutely amazing to walk around with this light. Now I'm sure the snow helps a little bit. That's going to help reflect some light around, but at the same point in time, this guy is amazing and the camera does not do it justice. Now I have to admit, I have a flashlight problem, and for $139, this to me seems kind of like a deal, especially when I compare it to some of the other lights that I purchased, and the fact that when you find it on the Black Friday sale and stuff like that, it's going to be able to be bundled with different things. That seems pretty affordable. Now at the same point, it is up there and expensive for a flashlight, but I think the quality, the way it works, what you're getting is well worth that. So in my mind, this is a buy. But again, I have a flashlight problem. I love to have a lot of these flashlights, and this to me, for hunting and being out in wide open spaces, but also maybe tracking or doing different things, this fits a lot of my needs, can be put in a bag. If something happens, I can just go. Talk about a nice bug out bag flashlight. In fact, I can still use the MCC charging cable for this, or the magnetic charging cable. It works great. It charges up fairly quickly. Obviously that's a larger battery in there. That's going to take some time, higher amp hour battery, but it also lasts quite a long time. Typical OLIGHT quality that you would want to see here. I like that. It's interesting. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. As always, I'd appreciate your comments on this light. What do you think? Do you really want red, green, or blue, or would... To me, I guess I don't need that. I want the whites and I'm good. I don't need the rest, but the red is interesting. It is what it is. I'd love to hear your comments on that. Give me a like in this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.